doing today? My name's Eric, and this is my wife, Monica.
Hi.
And today we are making...
Danish Aebleskiver.
And a tribute to Farmor. I had her say it because I don't think I pronounced it right.
It means apple pancake in Danish.
It's a Danish recipe, and for those of you familiar with my channel, you might have seen my mom, aka Farmor, in some of our videos at the end, taste testing, when I was back in California. We were all living in California. She was very sweet that she went to Solvang's, little Danish town in California, with her friend Lisa Wang one afternoon in November, and she bought this pan.
I've been wanting one for a long, long time.
For Christmas for us. And this specifically, have you seen these pans with little holes? They're made specifically to make Aebleskivers. And the best way to describe it is kind of like a Danish pancake ball. And they're very, very delicious. And I'm not a pancake guy, but I love these.
And I like that you don't need a ton of ingredients to make it.
It's very easy.
Simple and very light. It goes good with coffee, and it's delicious. So
this is going to be a little bit of a emotional video. So thank goodness I have the editing feature. But Farmor passed away yesterday afternoon, and we're doing this video tribute to her. So like my wife said, very basic ingredients. And we're going to have my daughter Ava Grace and Kyle on at the end. And Ava Grace has got a special note she wrote to Farmor, and we got a special surprise.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
It was an idea, and it's really to help Ava Grace through the grieving process because she's never really had any major loss to this point. So we, as a family, decided how we were going to celebrate Farmor's heavenly birthday, which is what we're going to start doing from here on out. That'll be our tradition.
Yes, it's going to start today in this video.
So you will see what our family came up with.
Yes.
After we make that.
So stick around. We're going to show you how to make this, and we're going to celebrate Farmor's birthday. Let's get cooking.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take one egg, and we're going to separate the whites from the yolk. You can do it without separating it, but the texture is more fluffy if you whip the whites until they're at a peak, okay? So we're going to go ahead and separate the whites.
So that's what that contraction is. I never knew that was...
I can do it with this, but this makes it so easy. So here, you just go like this, and it does it for you.
Oh, wow, how cool.
Yeah, I like that.
So now we're halving the recipe. I'll put the full recipe down in the bottom. And how many Aebleskivers does that make, the full recipe?
The full recipe makes about 40.
Okay, and this is going to make around 20.
And on the Aebleskiver pan, there's 7. You make 7 pancakes at a time. So, yeah, we're just going to do 20. We don't need... Ava Grace just licks one, so...
Okay.
Okay, so there's that. We're going to go ahead and put the yolk in one bowl.
And we have the whites in here. Okay.
So right now we're just gonna do the whites, and then we'll put it aside while we do the rest. Okay. So I have my little emulsion blender. It's great for like.
Let me get close here.
Those coffee drinks. It takes a while, huh?
You could also use a whisk.
I have a handheld mixer, except I think with one white.
Yeah, one white.
I don't think it's enough to actually do anything. So I'm just gonna give it a good, you gotta do it until peaks form. And we'll show you what that looks like when it gets there.
Alright, we'll be back in a second when it's all done.
So how you know that it's reached peak is when you can actually lift it and you can drop a piece and you see it's like a mountain there. See that?
Yeah.
Hence the word peaks.
And you've been going what? Maybe a minute and a half?
Oh, this thing is not very powerful, but I didn't have another option.
A minute and a half, 2 minutes.
A couple minutes. But you'll see when it happens. It becomes almost like whipped cream. Okay, so that's done.
And there's the yolk. Okay, so that's done.
Okay,
so next we do the dry ingredients?
So, well, we're going to add to the yolk now. We're just going to put the whites aside. Leave them, let them be.
Okay.
So now we're going to get the buttermilk and we're going to add that too. So now we're going to add the yolk, the buttermilk to the yolk.
So we got 1 cup of buttermilk.
Okay.
Well, if you're doing a full recipe, 2 cups.
Right. Okay, there's our buttermilk. We're just going to give it a good mix. Just mix it to combine it real good.
Okay, well that seems pretty easy.
Yeah, that's easy.
So we got that, and then in the other bowl you have the egg white that's all whipped up.
That's right.
All right.
Okay, and once it's all creamy and mixed and incorporated together, then we'll put that aside and then we'll grab our dry ingredients. See you in a minute.
All right.
Okay, So here we have the mixture of the yolk and the buttermilk. We have the egg whites. We have flour. We have melted butter, and then we have baking powder, baking soda, salt, sugar, and cardamom. So
now I'll leave all the exact measurements down in the video description below. But yeah, this is for half the recipe. I'm going to put the full recipe amount down below, and then we'll go. You guys can half it if you want. If you only want to do 20.
So we're going to add all of the dry spices to our flour, and we're just going to. I'm using a slotted spoon. You can use whatever you want, but just going to give it a good mix before we add anything else. Make sure it's all mixed.
Get that all incorporated.
Okay, so there's a good mix. Now we're going to go ahead and add the melted butter, which is yummy.
Yeah, who doesn't like melted butter?
That's what makes it really good. And I'm going to use a whisk. You can use a hand mixer, but be aware, if you use a hand mixer, do it on low. You don't want flour everywhere. And yeah, I just think a whisk will do the job. It'll start to get real gooey. Okay.
So we got all the dry ingredients
It's all nice and mixed. Now we're going to add in the egg yolk and buttermilk.
Yeah, need a little liquid in there.
Ooh, look at that. Okay, once again, you can use a mixer, hand mixer, or you can choose to use your whisk. I'm just going to keep using the whisk. Sorry, I'm a lefty, so everything's kind of backwards. All right. So you want to make sure it's mixed, but you don't want it too mixed. So it's okay if it's lumpy. It's still going to be yummy. So just get it, make sure it's all mixed like you would pancakes, and then...
Okay, we'll be back in a second once we get this mixed properly.
All right, so now we're just gonna fold in the egg whites.
Fold in.
So that means you're gonna put it in, and you're gonna just basically, you don't wanna overmix it. You just wanna turn.
Just kind of...
And you can, yeah, you just wanna fold it in. See that? Just fold it in.
Yeah.
Fold it in. You can do this, fold it in. Reminds me of the KitchenAid mixer.
Yeah, let me see what's in the bowl again.
Just the egg whites.
The egg white. You see, that's nice and thick. So just fold it in there.
Now, if you wanted to skip that step and you wanted to actually just add the egg and not do the whole egg white thing, you can still do that.
But I think this adds that fluffiness.
It makes them fluffier. Yeah. Exactly.
All right, let's fold this in. We've just heated up the stove to medium heat. We got that Aebleskiver pan on there, right? Heating up.
Exactly. So now you just want to, you want to be heating the pan while you're finishing the last couple steps so that it's nice and ready and you get it on there quick. Okay, we'll see you over at the stove.
All right.
Okay, so what I do is you can use cooking oil or cooking spray, but I like to melt butter because what other way? You can't make Danish pancakes without butter. Now I like these little silicone, what do you call them, brushes, because they actually will coat the pan very well.
Oh, you gotta do it quick so, huh? Before it starts burning.
And you don't want to let the pan get too hot. You still want to cook it on medium heat, but if you get the pan too hot, you got to take it off and let it cool down a little, because if you overcook the Aebleskiver.
Now remember where you start. You're gonna go around.
You're gonna go like a clock.
Like a clock.
I start at 12 o'clock. Oh, and you want to heat it like half to 3/4 full each. That's probably even too full. It's gonna fluff up. Now watch, I'll probably have the Danish relatives going, well, actually...
Well, you know what, yeah. My cousin Gitta and Pia, they can comment below if we're doing this wrong. This is the Americanized version.
I'm trying not to do it the Americanized version.
Yeah.
Farmor told me how to...
And I don't have Farmor here to ask. If she was here, she'd probably be correcting us and saying, no, that's not how you do it.
But I'm going to remember this, this one in the middle is going to be Farmor's that we send off. There we go. There we are. All right, that middle one is less full for a reason, so just trust me.
Okay, and now we're just going to give it a few minutes, right?
Yeah, so...
Okay. What's it been, maybe 60 seconds?
Yeah, and you can see it bubbling like pancakes, but the way you know it needs to be flipped is when it's browning on the edges. And you usually can, it's not ready for me to start sticking this in here yet and turning them, so I'm just gonna wait a second. It needs a little longer.
All right.
All right, so now what I'm doing is just making sure it doesn't stick.
Oh yeah, see when it starts to
brown? It's almost ready, but I'm just gonna kind of...
Yeah, we're using a skewer. I've seen people use a spoon. You can use a toothpick.
A crochet hook I've even seen.
Oh yeah, well you're gonna flip that first one,
right? It's not ready yet.
No?
I want to so bad.
This is the hardest part. It takes a little skill, so don't be concerned if you are trying this for the first time and maybe maybe double the recipe.
And I'm not an expert. Yeah, double the recipe so you have a bunch of mistakes.
So
The
if
first batch will be your mistake.
Your
batch.
first pan will probably be you're kind of learning how to do things correctly, and then
Right.
the second one you'll be a Danish Aebleskiver master.
Okay, now here's the deal. I've seen people do this like flip method where you do it halfway and then all the way, but Farmor said she saw her she saw her family do it like all the way. But see, if you do it halfway like that, it's just hard for me to know when to. I know Eric has this thing about if it's not completely round. I'll try it. I usually just flip it all the way, but we'll try it. We'll see if I can do it.
Okay.
But if you don't do it at the right time, then it's a big nonsense mess.
Well, it smells good.
See how easy that is?
All right, and
Just
then we just give it another minute or so.
Just take your time and don't be nervous. Just kind of go with it.
All right, cool.
Okay, so now we're going to give it one more flip. Just like, it's been about 30 seconds or so, but you see now we're just going to kind of flip it all the way so it is oh great. So it's a circle, and well, hopefully it'll be a circle.
Well, try to put it so the seam side's down, so any liquid left over, right? Yeah, like that. There you go.
I am not an expert at doing it this way. Next time I'm going to flip it the other way. I think I'm overcooking it. But see, we're doing it in the clockwise.
It looks good to me.
Ah,
Any Danish people in here, tell us.
they're probably laughing at me right now.
No, I don't think so. Oh, it smells great. All right.
Oh, and the other thing is before you flip it or when it's halfway turned around, you can always add things. I know people like to add apple pieces or chocolate chips or raisins or whatever. That's always fun.
Yeah, when you had it in a half moon, you can actually, and I've seen other people use it like they take a pastry bag and squirt some more
There's different ways.
of the batter in there, so it's more of a perfectly round ball. These are going to probably be more like round on one side, a little flat on the other.
And if you don't do it halfway like I just did, you just flip it all the way, you can add your stuff actually before you flip it.
Yeah.
And push it down into the batter and then flip it. I've done that before.
All right. Think these are just
I think
about
it's just
done?
about done, yeah.
All right. All right. So you just want to kind of look on the back side?
And you know what you do? You want to poke it and you can just see if it comes out. If your batter's not on there, then you know it's cooked all the way. See that?
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
So there's the first batch right
That's the
there.
first batch.
I'm going to start load it up with the next one. We're just going to keep doing this till they're all done.
All right.
Hey guys, so this is the note for Farmor in heaven. I put 2 smiley balloons. It says, "My first heavenly note to you. Keep it special. From Ava Grace down on earth below you." And she'd always go, "Yippee yay, yay, yippee yippee yay. You've got a heavenly birthday, yippee yay." I put, because she likes to yippee yay.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to attach this note and 1 Aebleskiver to 3 balloons, and we're going to send them off outside to go up to heaven, so Farmor can enjoy a delicious Aebleskiver and read this note. That's so sweet. She worked on this note this morning.
Okay, and I put over here, "Happy heavenly birthday to Farmor. Happy heavenly birthday to Farmor. Happy heavenly birthday, dear Farmor. Happy heavenly birthday to you." Over here I put, "Today we'll celebrate when you went to heaven in each one. Maybe you'll have a heavenly birthday cake. We sent you an Aebleskiver." I spelled it right. We knew you love that stuff. You're not alone. Ava Grace down on earth loves it so much. It is basically Danish donuts / pancakes. Is heaven the best? Now you have a new body. Well done. You never get hungry, thirsty, or need to go to the bathroom.
That's right.
That's cozy. Have a great heavenly birthday with God. Love, Ava Grace. We miss you. Your heavenly birthday. I'm inviting you to be my pen pal. Now I can write notes to you and string it to a balloon and send it to you. Answer me in my heart, I'll feel it. We'll be pen pals, A.G. Mueller fam.
And what's that picture?
That's Farmor in heaven saying hi, Ava Grace, and me down here saying hi with the balloon.
Oh, thank you, Ava Grace. We're going to get this ready, and we're going to go outside and send it up to Farmor. All right, here we are. We have some Aebleskivers. We put a little, what's that, strawberry jam?
Strawberry jam.
Made to look like a heart for Farmor because we love her and miss her. And then the final step is you take a little bit of powdered sugar.
Now my sifter is packed, so I used a sweet little tea basket, and that works perfect.
Yeah, that's a good way to use it. Look at that.
Look at that.
If you see one of those pans on sale at a swamp meet or a garage sale, pick it up because
Wait, that
man,
one's missing some. There.
these are delicious.
All right.
We'll be back in a second to give these a sample.
Okay, so we put her letter, Ava Grace's letter, into a plastic baggie because it's snowing outside and we want to make sure it makes it there, okay?
Yeah, gotta get to heaven.
So I'm gonna use a crochet hook to poke a hole in the bag, and we're just gonna string the balloon strings right on through there. And we're gonna poke a hole right in the center of the Aebleskiver.
That one's for Farmor to
This
sample.
is Farmor's.
All right, we're gonna.
There it is. I use a crochet hook.
That'll work. We're
All
gonna
right.
get these hooked up to the balloons. We'll meet you guys outside. So here's Ava Grace. We got the note to Farmor. You can see we got some balloons.
It's in a bag because it's so snowy and we don't want it to get wet and snowed.
Yeah, and then we got a little Aebleskiver on the
It's just
bottom.
a half one.
Just a
because
half of one because we don't think a
a
full
whole
one
one's
will.
gonna go down.
It's not
Next
gonna
year
make the
we'll do more
balloons.
balloons. And a purple's her favorite color. Ava Grace picked purple stars.
2 of them because that's her favorite color and a happy birthday, like heaven. 'Cause
A
it's
rainbow.
Like
This is happy
like,
birthday.
It's gonna be for her heavenly birthday or the day that she went to heaven. We're a day late because obviously we didn't know she was going in heaven. But starting next year.
No, it was because Dollar Tree was closed.
Well, no, but by the time we weren't in a celebrating mood yesterday.
No,
just
we
feeling
weren't,
it.
and we didn't have enough time because by the time it happened, it was already dark, and we didn't know
Yeah.
we were going to do a video. So
We were walking around the house yesterday, doing the yippee yay, which she likes to do.
yes,
We were yippee yay, yay, yippee yippee.
Help us not be as
Yay.
sad, huh?
and help us not be sad. All right, guys, let's go outside. All right, here's Ava Grace. Here's the balloon with the note.
And we're gonna sing Yippee Yay when we let it go.
Do you have anything you want to say to Farmor?
We love you, Farmor. This is for you. We're sending it to heaven.
All right.
Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Let it go.
Yippee yay,
Yay, yippee, yippee, yay.
yippee
Yay, yay, yippee, yippee, yay.
yippee yay,
Yippee, yippee, yay, yay, yippee, yippee, yay, yay, yippee, yippee, yay, yippee.
Yay!
We love you, Farmor.
I almost fell myself in the snow.
Go. With an Aebleskiver.
With an Aebleskiver.
We got-
Farmor's going to be having some delicious Aebleskiver. She's going to love that note, Ava Grace.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna love seeing the end of this video and say we let go of the balloon and sing yippee yay.
Look how high it is. Next year, no Mylar. We didn't have a choice this time.
Yeah.
We don't live in a big town, and that's the only one place we could do it. They wouldn't inflate any other balloons. So next
I
year,
just-
I'm going to pre-order online.
Did I just see Sassy, the neighbor's dog?
Well, maybe.
Like, what is that balloon doing
All
up
right.
in the sky?
Bye.
Look, it's going high.
Looking at the camera.
I got it in camera.
I got it too.
It's way up there.
So just to show you guys.
Might get a little foggy, for you guys.
Straight up. Pretty cool.
All right, let's go in.
Okay.
Zoom in right now, high up in the sky.
All right, here we are with my whole family. My wife Monica, my daughter Ava Grace, my son
Hi.
Kyle.
Hello.
We have some of these for later, and here's the ones we're gonna try. Ava Grace, you try the one on the end. She just kind of licks on them.
Go ahead. You can do that.
Grab
This one?
This one.
Oh, is that one? Mine?
And then each one of us, we got some jam there. So just take it kind of, you know how this works, right? Just kind of give it a dip in the jam
And let's toast to Farmor.
and toast it for you two.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Heavenly birthday.
Heavenly birthday.
Happy heavenly birthday,
Heavenly
Farmor.
birthday, Farmor.
We love you until we see you again.
Which you won't.
Thank you for the wonderful Aebleskiver pan.
Mmm.
What do you think, Ava Grace?
That's good.
What do you think, Kyle?
You can nibble if you want.
Yeah.
Last time I had these
Not
was
the
when
crust,
Trader
okay.
Joe's used to sell them.
That's good.
These are good.
Wow.
These came out better than my last batch.
Yeah. We did one batch just to make sure we knew how to make them.
And we got Farmor's approval, so I'm glad I ran that by her.
Good point.
It's funny because she said, you gotta use buttermilk. Don't use anything but buttermilk. And I said, don't worry, the recipe I made uses buttermilk. And then she goes, and then what? So I had to name off all the ingredients
Butter
and she
and milk.
gave me her nod of approval.
Butter
okay.
and milk. Mixed buttermilk.
What'd you say, Kyle?
The only thing I'd say is if you make these, you'd have to make a few batches of them at least because these will go quick.
We have the recipe because we're actually going out for a dinner party in a couple hours, so we didn't
Yeah.
want to get too full.
We didn't
but-
want to get too full. That's
No,
why we have them.
normally we make the whole recipe because
Yeah.
these go fast.
As always, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. If you like it, please hit the like button.
Yes.
The little logo, my logo in the bottom corner of the screen, click on that to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it.
And we'd like some input from the Danes or any of the Scandinavians that have experience.
Leave your comments below. We would love to read them. If you have any suggestions of what I cook, I love all that kind of stuff and that interaction. And the link above and below is to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com, where I have all my recipes, photos, measurements, and instructions. So make sure to check that out as well. And let's just say again, happy birthday, Farmor.
Happy heavenly birthday.
Happy heavenly
Happy
birthday.
heavenly birthday,
We love
Farmor.
you.
We love you. We miss you. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
He, like he says, is a big Smo'King.
All right, guys. We'll see ya. Bye.